Green door crack, it's ball game home. Man on the porch singing baritone. Tan line leads to that gentle place between a collarbone and a stone cold fate. Dock hand boys all say goodbye to the women that they swear.
It's 2025, a fresh new season with fresh new faces. A 7-team playoff, loser punishments on the board, and our highest payout ever.
And he throws in the end zone. Caught for a touchdown.
He snuck a force to the shore and drank a bottom bone.
What is good, y'all? We are back with another episode of the Secret Piece of Crew Weekly Pod in a special edition regular season finale. Danny, appreciate you setting your alarm for this, my guy. We have not our usual show. It's gonna be a shorter show. We're already on Saturday. It's Sunday. All right, it's Sunday. All right, it's Sunday. It's a big deal. We got a lot of stuff going on. Last week, the regular season. Our commissioner, unfortunately, is a little bit sick, has a little bit of a fever, and our VP may join us. I know it was very last minute, but you have me, your boy Ty Life here per usual. Now, before we get into this week's matchups, I want to take a look at our standings, okay? Or our projected playoff matchups right now. Danny in the chat currently has, depending on how things go this week, he could potentially be in line for that bye that Zach currently has. I think you guys play each other this week. I could be wrong. Let me just check real quick. I think you guys are playing each other. You guys are indeed playing each other. There is a chance, and I don't know what the scores look like now, or points forward scores look like now, but there is a chance Danny can still get that first round bye Zach currently has. With that being said, this is our current projected playout bracket. We have Zach right now at number one spot. Right now, if all things go well and as expected, he will have that first round bye week going into the playoffs, and he's chilling next week, and he's already looking at midway through December. Next in the 4-5 spot, we have Adam versus Camden in a battle. Right now, if everything goes well, you know, they're good. Adam already clinched his playoff spot, so he's not worried about this week right now, more so about seeding. Next, we have my rival, Lively Bird 156 Region, going up against our commissioner, Corey. Now, there is still a chance Corey does not make the playoffs, depending on how things go, but he's essentially in a win, and he's in scenario. So, right now, it's looking like Corey will make the playoffs if all good things go well. And we have Danny, who's in the chat. Danny playing Will, who right now is trying to clinch that playoff spot. Right now, it seems like he would have a playoff spot if all things go well, but you never know. I am coming. Right now, we're going to leader in the consolation ladder for the Sacco, for the punishment. Right now, me and Eric are 8-9. All right, we still have playoff hopes going into this weekend, and how things are playing out. We'll see if either of us make the playoffs. Both of us may make the playoffs. We'll see. Next, we have Paul, who I need to lock in this week, y'all. Paul needs to lock in this week. He needs to lock in this week. He needs to lock in and beat Will, or it's going to be bad. Sorry. Paul needs to lock in and beat Eric. Sorry about that. I don't think there's a world where Eric makes the playoffs and where we both make the playoffs, so I need Eric to lose. Paul playing Jacob in a match. I think right now Paul has been eliminated officially. Jacob still technically can make the playoffs, but his points forward does not look that good. And of course, Callum, the worst team in the league, already clinched his spot in the Sacco ladder. Now, to keep it up, we will go to this week's current score board. All right, let's just hop right into it. We're not going to go over last week's matchups. Let's just go into this week's matchups. Big matchup right now. Me versus Shrejian in our rivalry week, part 2, might I add. Everyone playing this week is indeed a rival. After a great, fantastic Thursday night from Jahmyr Gibbs, we are still in this thing, ladies and gentlemen. We are still in this thing. 37 points from Jahmyr Gibbs. Right now, our projected total is looking really good. Bad Odunze is not going to play this week, we had to put in Kenneth Gainwell, who had a little bit of a stinker last week, but hopefully he'll bounce back against this Baltimore defense that is very susceptible for running back scoring touchdowns. All right, we got T. Higgins back from a concussion. He's going to be back playing. Hopefully everything goes well today, and CJ Stroud gets it done in Kansas City. Shreejan, again, it's very scary to go up against these two running backs, Bijan and Jonathan Taylor. And hopefully we get solid games, not extraordinary games. But if everything goes well, everyone gets projected from here on out. If everyone gets what their projected total should be, we're gonna be good to go. Okay, we're gonna be good to go. Let's move on to the next matchup, which is Danny versus Zach. Again, a matchup where both teams already clinched the playoff spot. Nothing too crazy here. But right now it's looking like Zach is gonna win. I don't think Danny is too worried about not getting the bye week. Just depending on how things go, and he's already clinched a playoff spot. It would be nice if his players, give him some more to play for. It sucks not having, nothing crazy. Alvin Kamara is out, but I don't know if that would have shifted the game too crazily. It's not Alvin Kamara of years past, but we have Zach and Danny in for that matchup. Next year we have Paul versus Eric. Now, right now, this is a matchup I'm keeping my eyes on. All right, this is a matchup I'm keeping my eyes on only because I need Paul to actually lock in and beat Eric. Right now, it's looking like it will happen. All right, it's looking like after a phenomenal performance from Brandon Aubrey, kicker of the year. Okay, the first kicker taking off most boards, 5 field goals. Okay, 5 field goals. We'd love to see that. Paul may end up winning. Now, it's been announced Omarion Hampton is going to play today. Okay, it's been announced he's going to play today, or not today, tomorrow. I don't know why Paul has not put him in yet, but he is still projected to win. I just want it to be a sure thing. Omarion Hampton is going to play. I'm sure he'll probably get most of the load there in Chargers land. Pause. But I don't know. Unless we're going to see Kareem Hunt from a few years ago, I'm not sure this is the right move. Even DeAndre Swift is like, come on, man. Most of the load. Look, Eric, come on, man. I'm sorry. I just wanted to, okay. He should get most of that workload. All right, you're in the lobby. All right, bro, I got you. Start collab cam. Let's get this boy Eric on here. Hold up. Let me speak. Okay, I got you, Eric. Okay, here we go. Boom. Oh, I see you. All right, hold on. Let me get you on here. Boom. Oh, all right. Let's move you down. Okay. Eric in the building. Our VP in the building. Eric, welcome. I know, very pretentious matchup. I'm sorry, but go ahead and speak your mind.
My downfall time.
No, you're good. Speak your mind, bro. Speak your mind.
I don't like where we are right now. Let me just put that first and foremost.
Okay.
George Pickens, bad game. Bad game from him. Worst in a long time. And I can't even say Brandon Aubrey had a crazy game because that's just what he does.
It is what he does.
It's just what he does. But, I'm hoping I pulled the right strings for the rest of the matchups here. Did not like the bye week that I got handed here. Really unfortunate.
This is tough.
We're missing quite a few folks, specifically Rico and Tyrone Tracy have been my running back 2 and flex. So we're going all out with Adonai Mitchell here. He had a big game last week. I think he's boom or bust. I need a big game from him. And it's with all the adversity this team's faced, I'm proud of the way the guys have played. I think I've pulled all the right strings I could have possibly done this year. And let the best man win today.
Let the best man win today, Eric. I know it's tough. It's tough that I have to root against you, but let it be known if you end up making the playoffs and I don't, I'm rooting for you the entire way. All right, but this week right now, can't have it. All right, can't have
That's fine. No, I respect it. I respect it.
I still don't understand why Paul hasn't put in Omarion Hampton today. A lot of crazy games. This week is going to be insane.
This one's huge. Will and Corey is massive.
Let's go to it right now. I think we spent enough time on you and Paul. This game is crazy. I know Will already had a lot of his team play. in the game on Thursday, and right now it's tipping the scales in his favor right now, but a lot can happen. Okay, Bo Nix can have a crazy game against this porous Raiders defense. Saquon can look like Saquon of last year. Okay, Terry McLaurin's back with JD. Something could happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot that can go on, but I really do need Corey to win this game. I need Will to lose. In all seriousness, I think you need Will to lose too, just to be safe.
Probably, yeah. I think if the result I need to happen happens, I think it comes down to Mr. Barkley Monday night. Is he going to get out of this funk? I don't know. That offense is disgusting.
It's not looking good. I heard they're egging the OC's house now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not.
But I think Will got some good production out of his guys.
He did.
Nothing crazy, but they all produced pretty well. And he's still got some big hitters left with Rasheed and Chase Brown can get quite a big workload, a lot of points. I just need those running backs for Corey are going to have to really produce here for him, I think.
I would agree.
It can happen.
I would agree. It can happen. Josh Jacobs playing Chicago. I know that's a little rivalry game. Maybe they feed Josh Jacobs a little bit more on that game. But it's tough because I don't know I think Corey got a little bit of a bye. He got some buys too. With no George Kittle or Wandale.
Playing the Raiders. Okay.
Yeah, the Raiders. So
pretty good matchup.
It's tough. I mean, Harold Fannin, he was a little bit of he was a bright spot early on in the season, but I think it's kind of taken a toll. I mean, you'd hope Shador would feature him a little bit more, him being a tight end, and Tony Pollard being your flex, not looking good right now. It sucks because I think Corey did get a bad hand.
Who else could he play?
Rashad White, but Bucky Irving's back. I don't know if it's.
Oh man,
it's tough. Quentin Johnson. I mean.
I would go boom or bust. Man, that's tough.
It is tough. I just don't, and honestly, I'm not mad about it. I don't think it's a game. I mean, there is a chance Corey doesn't make the playoffs, but I wouldn't be overly concerned. I think everything has to be like a real, like I said in the chat, a doomsday scenario for Corey. Like he has to lose. Yeah. A lot has to happen. So I wouldn't be too worried if I was Corey, but just be on the lookout. Just be on the lookout on that.
Sneaky game here, Pookie Nakua and Hemi Horns. That's a big one. By all accounts, Pookie Nakua is not eliminated from the playoffs.
He's not. There's a
1% chance. I did not run the calculations on what needs to happen, but he is alive.
He has to have a big game from a lot of his heavy hitters, which can happen. Puka could go for 30. AJ could go for 30. He could. Kyron. We all know Kyron Williams
can do it a couple times. Troy Franklin can have a big game. I'm just saying he's not out of it.
He isn't. I don't know if Camden hasn't officially clinched a spot. I don't know if it's as a doomsday scenario as it is with Corey, but there's still a lot of spots that can be taken right now. So again, huge.
Yeah, I think there's the first 3 are secure. The bottom 2 are eliminated or something or first 4, and then everybody else is clawing at like 6 and 7, 5 and 8, 7 and 6.
Right here, yeah. I mean, Camden's basically in right now, just with the points for situation. Corey at a 79%.
It would take Camden losing and Will and I winning and having more points than him. So he's got to feel pretty good. Corey's, I would be sweating a little bit if I was Corey just because he's got significantly less points for.
Yes. He has less than you and Will and myself. So that, again, real doomsday scenario. I mean, if he wins, he's in. But real doomsday scenario here. Danny, going for Jacob. Go ahead, Eric.
What do you need to happen for you to get in?
You and Will both have to lose, and I have to outscore Will by 10 points this week.
Okay. That's not totally out of the question.
It's not. But, yeah. I still have to win my game, too. I also still have to win my game, too. Which, it's looking like it. But, I don't control my own destiny here.
You know that meme with Paul Rudd? Who would have thought we'd be here, man?
Honestly, hey, Eric, you're not wrong.
You might have been 1 and 6. I can't remember. I was 2 and 5. I think you were maybe the same or 1 and 7.
I was around there. I think I was 2 and 6, 2 and 7.
We're in the discussion last week of the season. I mean, come on, man.
Blessed to be here.
What else could you really want at this point? We were flirting with the Dookie Bowl with those boys down there.
We were, and it's crazy. It's just that the vibes for our teams, that's what shows you. Vibes are a lot. Vibes add. You add 2 IR players on your team, and they're They're giving you into the playoff discussion. Meanwhile, we have a guy over here, CD's nuts, who started off the season like a fraud. He was in the discussion for one of the best teams. Now look at him. He's eliminated. Not even a chance. Not even a chance. Now he's battling for pride. This week's his Super Bowl. Playing his rival.
He's hitting the bars too much, dude.
He is. He doesn't have Amaron Hampton in the game. I texted him on Wednesday. Yo, Amaron's playing, dog. What's going on? So, again, big week, huge week this week. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Again, for y'all boys, shorter episode. We just wanted to go on here.
Camden's got a 99% chance to get in.
He's gonna get in.
He's feeling pretty good.
Yeah. And I like Camden had a good year this year. I'm not gonna lie, Camden had a great year this year. Great year this year. He's a dark horse for sure. I don't think anyone wants to play Camden's team in the play. Just taking a look at his team. If you have a Derrick Henry, you have a Genty, you have Devontae Adams. Those guys have been going on some tears recently. Matthew Stafford, possible MVP candidate. And his bench, he has Ted McMillan on the bench, DJ Moore, even a Herbert on the bench. So again, Camden's team's pretty good.
I want to give a shout out, just giving Devontae Adams his flowers, man. Dude's an animal.
He is. He really is.
Like fine wine. Him and Stafford, blast to watch.
They are. That whole Rams team, again, primed for another run. It seems like the GM says F them picks, and for good reason. They're a good ball club. It's a good ball club.
Man, I can't wait for 1 o'clock, dude.
Duh. We're only less than 2 hours away, but it's going to be the biggest 1 o'clock slate of ever. And I'm happy because the Giants are playing this week. So no sadness and sorrow. The only sadness and sorrow I may have is if, things in fantasy wise don't go well, but it's all good.
I want to pick your brain for a second.
Talk to me, Eric.
As a Giants fan, obviously you fired Shane Bowen.
Yes. Get him out of here.
You fired Dable. What is the beat looking like for a potential head coach, and what are you guys looking for in this upcoming draft class?
Well, I will say before I hit on the head coach question, nothing changes unless Joe Shane is gone as well too. Unfortunately,
okay. That's what I've heard. Have you seen the Twitter account that people think is like him?
I have seen it.
Funny, dude. That dude's like always right.
It's
a little sus, but
it's a little sus. And I would, even if you had a burner, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe it's his son. I don't know. Who knows? All I know is that Joe Shane, everyone is looking at the talent. Every team has talent, Eric. Every team in the league has talent. We can't go off of you drafted Malik Neighbors. Like, who's not going to draft Malik Neighbors? You drafted Abdul Carter, who's been, in all intents and purposes, a little bit underwhelming. He's got a lot of pressures, but the production's not there. Sleeping in meetings, not a good look for Abdul Carter. So that may be, and his first draft class, Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, if you're drafting a guy that high, you expect a Pro Bowler. He's a solid player. But then you go to Evan Neal, who doesn't dress for games. It's not looking good with his track record. The best.
I mean, in his defense, that he was by all accounts, a top 10 pick. But
agreed.
Also,
agreed. Everyone, yes, agreed. It just hasn't looked good.
The organization starts from the top, starts from him. If they didn't put the necessary things in place for him to succeed, that's on them.
Agreed. And again, that's on him. His best move has been the Brian Burns trade, unfortunately for Panthers fans. But Brian Burns is not going to help us win the game. I mean, he's going to help us win games, but obviously he hasn't. He's second in the league in sacks, and we're second worst team in the league. So again,
is it just like is it like a lack of accountability within the building?
It seems like it. It seems there's no leadership. It's still a very young team, but no veteran leadership. You don't have guys in there telling Abdul, hey, you can't be doing that. It's not the days where we had Justin Tuck and JPP and OCU Manure and Michael Strahan. It's not like that. We don't have any vets.
Yeah.
So, but as far as the head coach goes, I've heard names like people are clamoring for Mike Tomlin. I don't know if that would be the best fit necessarily. I hear people trying to get Marcus Freeman plucked from Notre Dame. If I was Marcus Freeman, I wouldn't leave that situation.
No, I wouldn't either.
And I think the most likely scenario is that we get Mike McCarthy. And I wouldn't be mad at Mike McCarthy. He's a grown-up. He's an adult, winning track record. If you look at his last few years in Dallas, they were a winning team. They won just about 11, 12 games.
11-5, almost every year.
Yeah, I don't think they got over the hump, but I think this team needs a person that's coached before. I know Brian Daboll he had a lot of experience, but he wasn't a head coach in the NFL before. I I think Mike McCarthy brings a good track record. I think he'll be good at developing Jackson Dart, knowing what he's done with Brett Favre, Dak, and Aaron Rodgers in the past. I think he has a good track. I wouldn't be mad at the Mike McCarthy reunion in the NFC East. Bring him home. Bring him home.
I like that. Yeah. And then I know what's like the big names are like Clint Kubiak, right? Or what people.
Indeed.
I don't know if he's being linked anywhere, but I know everybody is like wants him so bad right now.
He's part of that Kubiak tree. But again, he's just not. I don't want to narrow the search to just people with head coach experience, but I would prefer that. Clint Kubiak is the guy, sure. If they believe he's the guy and they follow the right process, I'm good. But I would rather Clint Kubiak have a new GM, not Joe Schoen. That's just me. We'll see what happens. But there's a lot has to happen. We'll see how the boys play.
The cleanest way is to get is get the GM in place first and let him handle the coaching. Because if he's on his last straw and you hire a coach with him at GM and then you fire the GM, that GM's not linked to the coach, and then it causes a whole different problem. So
agreed. You can look at the only thing I see Giants fans who actually are defending Joe Schoen, what they say is that they look at what the Bears did. They had what's his face? They had Eberflus and they had Ryan Poles, and they fire Eberflus. And now they get Ben Johnson. That's the exception, not the rule. You can't do that. You have Caleb Williams, who again, great rookie court, great talent. You have a solid defense. You got pieces in place. I don't know if that's the case for the Giants. This team is not good. There's not a whole lot of depth and not a talent on this team like the Bears have. I don't know. You got to start over again.
Yeah, I feel like the top end talent, at least from names and some previous production, is there.
Good. But we're one injury away from a terrible team, like we see. Like we've seen. So
I heard Dexter Lawrence has been struggling this year too.
Not a great year. And that's another thing I want to bring up about Daboll. And again, I think he's a great offensive mind, but I don't know if he was a good head coach, because and I've been a couple years ago in his first year as the head coach. I was actually at training camp. I went all the way to New Jersey with that training camp. I saw the boys thumping. All right, the boys were thumping. All reports this offseason was that a lot of the veterans took it real easy. I don't think Dexter Lawrence practiced a ton during training camp. Malik wasn't practicing a whole lot, and I get it. He had some injuries, but you can't have D Law out there not practicing and then with the elbow and wondering why he's not getting loose. Boy's not practicing. I think they ran a very loose ship, and you see it from the whole Abdul Carter thing. You see, I think Malik was late to meetings. I'm not calling out these players. They're young guys. They're their first and second year players.
They'll figure it out.
They'll learn.
But it's also it's not solely on them. Like they gotta have the right processes and rules set in place, and if they're lenient, then you're damn right a 21-year-old kid's gonna take advantage of it.
You think the Panthers are down? You think Dan Canales is out there running a loose ship with these boys?
I would be very surprised.
Come on.
He seems to be very detail oriented.
And it's showing up. This team,
and as positive and charismatic as he is, I think he is pretty no nonsense for sure. So yeah, I can't see that happening. Especially Dan Morgan. Dan Morgan will not happen.
I like what the Panthers are doing. Honestly, I like what the boys are doing. You guys are lurking. All right, they're lurking. They're in the hunt. They're lurking.
Dude. I'm a big Saints fan. If Danny's still chimed in or still in here today, I'm rooting hard. I was shocked.
Shout out, Danny.
Game against Baker. Let's make some magic happen, dude.
Who are the Bucks playing this week? They're playing the Saints.
They go Saints and then Falcons, then us.
So it's gonna be a stretch. It's gonna be a stretch.
Their schedule is much easier for sure. It's it goes Saints, Falcons, us, Dolphins, us. The Dolphins are playing well, and anything can happen in the division. So.
The NFC South. Hey, let me find out the Panthers go back to prominence. Let me find out Bryce Young really is the guy to bring the Panthers to the promised land again. But yeah, honestly, great weekend of football ahead of us. Y'all gonna be locked in for 1 p.m. Make your lineups. Yo, Paul, lock in, bro. Put Amar and Hampton in the goddamn lineup.
No, Paul went out last night. He's not waking up.
Oh my! Here we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, what time do the Chiefs play? As long as he's not up by 4:20.
8:20. They play at night.
Sunday night game. I'm cooked. He's got that. He'll be fine.
He better. All right.
I was hoping they played at 1. That's too bad.
Yeah. Iconic. Thanks for tuning into the stream, my guy. We're gonna be out here in just a second, but I appreciate you tuning in. If you did hop in the stream, keep pounding. Hey, Iconic's a Panthers fan. Yeah, you already know.
He sees the hat.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Panthers are on bye week, right? Panthers are on bye week this week.
Panthers on bye. getting healthy, hopefully. They've been pretty banged up. I mean, dude, as you can see, it's hard playing 13 games in a row without a bye. It's brutal.
Yeah, I feel we feel that pain. Oh
So
my
they should, I think, come out pretty healthy out of the bye, and I hope they can go 3-1.
Hey, how they're playing right now, it's very, very likely. J.C. Horn looking like, I think he's a Pro Bowler.
I hope so. Him and Derek Brown have been
Derek
fantastic.
Brown probably the
Derek
most
Brown's been
underrated
insane.
D tackle in the league. If we're gonna be honest, I think great talent there on the D line. And then Ted also a breakout. Probably your number one to go into for the. You guys have a good setup there. I'm not gonna lie, I have a great setup.
Yeah,
right
they need to. It'll be interesting to see what they do in this draft. I could see them potentially, if like Mekhi Lemon or Carnell Tate fell to them, I could see them taking a second receiver, because I just don't think XL's panned out. But if not, I think they go D-end or linebacker. I hope. Our pass rush has no juice, unfortunately.
It has no juice.
It's not great. And Trevor Wallace has been good. Roseboom's been solid when he played. But man, watching Sonny Styles from Ohio State last night, that dude is a machine.
Stud. Oh my gosh. And who was that guy, that linebacker Curry? Stud.
Yeah, tight end too. Yeah, iconic. That's facts. Our tight ends, they're all like just very average. It's like committee of tight ends. None of them really stand out from one. I like Mitch Evans. I think he'll be a good tight end too, but true pass catching tight end would be great.
Yeah, you want to go back to the days where you had, your Greg Olsons of the world.
And then for some reason, if God blesses us and Caleb Downs slides because of positional value, I would run to the podium myself and take him, because safety. I don't think Nick Scott's the answer back there. He's been maybe slightly below average, but he's been good enough for now. But
hopefully he doesn't slide to y'all, because I hope the Giants take him.
That's Caleb Downs, that'd be great, dude. Him or Arvell Reese, dude. Whew. That defense is disgusting, dude.
Switching gears, who do you think? I think the playoff committee will choose tonight, if I'm not mistaken, or tomorrow. I don't know how that works, but I think
I think it's in 30 minutes.
Oh, who's your pick for the playoff champion this year in college football?
Dude, that's a good question, man. So let me start off by saying I don't think Bama should get in. 3 losses. I know.
Tough game yesterday.
I don't think Bama should get in. I think, and I get everybody saying they shouldn't be penalized for going to the conference championship. I get that. Then I think you'd have the same thing with BYU, who were 11-1 before, but they didn't even get in before, and they have a good enough resume, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But I think the safest thing to do to avoid any big controversy would be to keep them out, and then you put Miami and Notre Dame both in. And it would be Tulane and JMU as the last two.
James Madison in that thing. Honestly, I'm not mad at it.
If they put Duke in, dude, I'm not watching.
No chance. I don't think they put Duke in. I don't think they do that. That would be.
But we'll see. We'll see. I think Indiana looked good. I am nervous that they beat Ohio State too early. I feel like they would have had a better shot in the championship. I can't feasibly pick against Ohio State. I still think they're better than everybody.
I would agree with that.
Georgia's legit.
Georgia is still legit.
They're playing really, really well.
They are playing well. I think I'm probably gonna go Ohio State, but I will say this: I love what Joey McGuire is doing out there at College Station.
Oh, dude, I forgot.
Texas Tech might be that team.
That's who I'm rooting for, hands down.
That
I love watching them play.
It's fun running football.
They might have the best defense in I'd say Ohio State probably does, but they're top 3-5 somewhere in there. They're insane. Their pass rush is absurd. Linebackers are absurd.
Good ball
club.
They're
good at all 3 levels, man. They're fun to watch.
Great ball club. And I think Joey McGuire got an extension, 7-year deal. I think they're going to be good for the next 10 plus years.
They put a lot of money into that program, and it's working out.
That oil money down there in the South. Yeah. That oil money. You already know.
And, I think Dante Moore, too.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. My guy. Iconic. Don't sleep on Oregon. They got some good weapons. Kenyon Sadiq, tight end. Beast. They have a good defense as well. I think, and you know what? To the demise of Ohio State, they really haven't played anybody all year.
except Michigan, but whatever.
And so as good as they've seen, okay, fair. They're fine. But yeah, I mean, they looked really good all year, but their competition wasn't great. I mean, they played Texas week 1 when Texas was probably at its worst.
Agreed.
So I mean, I think there's a few teams that could win it. I don't see Miami or Notre Dame or Texas A&M or Oklahoma, JMU, Tulane, any of them winning. But it's the beauty of the bracket, dude. Anything can happen.
If Alabama makes it, I think chaos happens.
Yeah,
I think there's pandemonium.
I could see. I mean, I see they're probably more likely to make it than not. And then I think the ACC might just get no teams in,
which is kind of crazy. Oh,
but I personally think they should get in over Notre Dame. Miami should.
And talking about Notre Dame is like the fact that they should be penalized because they don't have a no conference championship. I
think the head-to-head's got to matter. They played the same
That's
teams.
True.
Miami beat the same teams by more than they did.
That's true.
But we'll see.
We'll know here soon. A lot going on this weekend. Huge weekend in sports. Huge weekend in sports.
All right. Well, Ty, I got to run. I got some plans I got to hit here at noon. But
appreciate you joining, Eric. You know, best VP in the land. All right, y'all. Get up for more Eric, bro.
I think he's probably still asleep, dude. He was feeling rough yesterday.
No, I got you. Yeah. You know, shout out to Corey. Hope you feel better, my guy. If you're tuning in now or later, feel better. And I hope you take care of business this weekend, bro. Eric, thanks again. Thanks for tuning in. Best VP in the land, bro. Take it easy, broski.
See you later, dude.
Good luck tonight. All right, y'all. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. If you have, iconic, appreciate you, my guy. We're gonna end here for today, but if you have a chance, if you have Prime, if you have a sub, if you want to help out, support the channel, and you have a Prime subscription you haven't used, go ahead and leave us a free subscription. If you're on Twitch, it's free. If you got Amazon Prime, free Twitch subscription, or give us a follow. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and like the stream, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, with our first show of the playoffs for our Fantasy Football League. All right, first playoff show, pack show. Okay, but it's gonna be a big weekend tonight, a big weekend this weekend with all the games going on. Like I said, I got my game versus Region. Let's just pull it back up here for y'all. Let's just pull it back up here. Let's see. Let's go back. Huge week. Me versus Region. Basically, I need to win this game. We got Zach and Denny. Nothing matters much there. They both clinched the playoffs. You got Paul versus Eric again. Paul, lock in. You had a big week. You had a big game from Brandon Aubrey, but need to lock in and beat Eric. Shout out Eric though. This game doesn't matter. Corey versus Will. Corey, I know you're sick. I know you're not feeling the best. I know you got a fever. But take all that energy you have left, every ounce of goodness you have left, and beat Will, please. I need it. I need you to beat Will. And, of course, you got Jacob versus Camden for a possible nod at another playoff spot. So, again, big week, y'all. Thank you for tuning in again. We'll be back on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Don't miss it. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I will see y'all later.